Plans and how are you celebrating the Valentine's Day with your family, friends, and your love? Becca Solutions, in collaboration with Sammy Flex TV, has done it again. It is the Vows Day special in Dubai with Sammy Flex, coming this 9th to 16th of February 2023. With a lot of experience on the desert safari, Dubai Front, Atlantic's Water Park, Dubai City Tour, party in the club, and after the the yacht party. Now for your yes, also the romantic dinner party. No, so package when you know, yeah, 13,000 Ghana cedis. So person new will be each dime back one. Now, so one person would die at 14,500 Ghana cedi. Pick your phone, call us and book us now on 0243 514 732 or +971 559 494 061. Habibi, have fun with love.
Me did the young antechua, and maybe I'm discovered for Europe. I come bushing for Ghana. No, me used to tap send. No fee mobile money transfer. Eye easy, eye convenient, eye fast, and sounds so free. Won't you share? Me discover ye map him. Tap send. Intienne. Also download the tap send app. No, ever mobile phone so free. Na first ka come bushing for Ghana for na. Tap send. Papa no.
Everybody check now. Check it. Check it. The beat is real. Don't wait, make it kill ya. Get your green select glucometer and check it. Sugar level, check it. Check it. Green select glucometer. Check it. Sugar level for check it. Check it. Reselect glucometer. Everybody check now. This advert has been vetted and approved by the FDA.
Emre tudo nani etena ka mu kwantin ten akotonio mabegu ye shop mu se wo benya ni nyina ofako enno so ya asem foforo o so to mfa akosika swane ne mpatamu anase achimota lapa se kosin sawam. Jimmy Dale is your one-stop shop distribution for wholesale and retailers. Safa drinks, insure, enyane, anasa ade bia wo pe bia. So wo koton ko ade a ene bia wo se wo tumwa eye Jimmy Dale. You can locate Jimmy Dale Ventures at Giga Junction inside Soto or call us now on 0208-920-996. Jimmy Dale Ventures, the official sponsor for Sammy Flex TV.
We are gathered and seated once again to talk real show business. And whilst we are still in our jubilant mood, I want everyone to know that on Friday at 3 p.m. we are playing that match against Uruguay. And I don't know if my people are still in high spirit or fire is gone down. Chamo, are you still in high spirit for Friday?
Oh, sure. I am still going for the fact that the miracle should happen.
Oh, so did the miracle happen for us yesterday?
Oh, yeah, sure.
What was the miracle? Or when was the miracle?
They were, I mean, ready to show something. They were ready to prove that if you give them the chance, they can make something happen. And truly, we scored them 3-2. So for me, it's a miracle because before going into the game, they were the better side on paper. Korean. Any technical person, any football lover will put Korea ahead of Ghana. Yes, so if the weaker side, or the side that we think is the weaker side can beat you, then obviously it's a miracle to me. Yeah.
But is the miracle limited to only Ghanaians? Are Ghanaians only entitled to this miracle?
No, not at all. I'm not talking about spiritual miracle, as some people will put it. I'm talking about the enthusiasm, the joy that they are putting in to show that no matter how tough the whole thing is, they can still do something. And I said that, I think yesterday that Alan Gilbert said, when you accept tough job as a challenge to your ability and you wade into them with joy and enthusiasm, definitely miracle can happen because of your joy and the enthusiasm that you want to prove that yes, the task is tough, but you are ready for it. And I think that's what they are doing now. Before going into the tournament, people were not so sure that we can even score a goal. Talk of even winning a match. And somebody like Jordan Ayew, in fact, people were insulting him before the game that if we lose, it's because of him. But at the end of the day, it's because of him that we won. His 2 assists gave us the 2 goals for us to win this game. Yeah. So yes, I'm still expecting Ghanaians to do the miracle that because I'm not expecting them to be that impressive. So if any time that they do something that impress me, I call it a miracle. Yes.
Okay, I get it. Roland, how about you? Are you also with high spirits against Friday?
Oh yes. I think that jubilation for our last game ends today. Yes, and preparation.
Oh, so after today we can't jubilate.
Oh no. In fact,
South Korea.
In fact, it should end as soon as possible. And preparation.
What do you mean by it should end?
You see, it is one of those things that makes you complacent and overconfident. It is one of those things, and the earlier you drop that, you see, you remember when the coach right after the Portuguese match, he was granting interviews, trying to put all the blame of the outcome of that match on the referee and all that. I said that it's about time he even stops talking and concentrates on the preparation of the following, that is the next match against South Korea. And it is one of them. In fact, this is a tournament. This is not a league match. For you to, so that you can say, oh, you have about a week or 2 even to prepare, clear out some injury players, or even buy some and replace some. No. This is what you are. This is a tournament that you are going to make use of the available materials that you sent to the ground. So, yes, that match is gone, and it will only be relevant when the whole group stage match is done. Since you are not done with it yet, there is no need for you to still be thinking about a match that is past and gone. The one that is right in front of you is the most important one, and I believe is the one that your concentration should now be on. So if you have any form of motivation, you have any form of preparation, you have anything that can even boost your confidence or your performance in the next game, this is the time. You have just 3 days to prepare. Those who have injury knocks should be healed. Those who are very down spirited in the team's camp should be high lifted. Those whose even training have not even met even your expectation, you still need to prepare them, because so far as you are in the tournament, yes, you are entitled to play all those 7 matches provided you win all your matches. Okay. So it is better you start preparing your team and psyching them for the next task ahead. And so that jubilation and the fact that we've beaten South Korea and all that I believe should end as soon as possible, and all preparations should be geared towards the next event, that is the next match.
I see. But let's look at our strength against the strength of you guys. On the league, on the tournament table, that is a tournament. On the tournament table now, they are below us. Does that put us ahead of them in terms of strength on the field?
As it stands, it does. As it stands, it does. But it doesn't also take away the fact that they are a huge threat. You know, a limping lion is as equally dangerous as even a full stretch dog. You understand? Yes, you know, a dog can cause some upsets and all that. What Ghana did, what the likes of Ghana, Saudi Arabia and all that did, the Japanese did, are all termed as upsets in football. And if even your win is considered as an upset. It is just once in a while that some of these upsets come to play, and it is not something that is always consistent. Therefore, if you want to take yourself out of that position, you need to really prepare. You need to really prepare. And looking at the confidence that the Ghanaian team has been able to build so far, it puts them, if not a little higher, at least equal to the level that the Uruguay team has now. Even though they are below the Ghanaian team on the league or on the tournament table, they still are a threat to whatever position Ghana is trying to occupy. Because yes, they have 1 point, and a win that would give them 3 points will still take them ahead of you. It will only take a draw from you or a win from you in order to shut them down completely or keep them at the bottom of the table. That is the only thing the Ghanaian team has to do. They have just one task, that is to win or to draw, and that is their mentality. And to me, I would say if
to win or to draw.
Yes, to win or to draw. And
if this thing passes,
and you see, and
win or to
draw. That's the only
draw.
Yes, that's the only thing.
And qualify.
And qualify. That's the only thing the Ghanaian team has, because
that's all. So when we draw, no mathematics.
No, because the tendency that
currency says when we draw we might not qualify.
When Uruguay has just 1 point. When they draw with Ghana, since they are playing their last match with Ghana, when they draw with Ghana, they get 2 points. Ghana has 4 points. Against Portugal, who has 6 points. So that is
Korea win
against Portugal. That is why I am saying that.
So if Korea wins against Portugal, it means it is Portugal and Korea going.
But
give Korea how many points?
It will no. Even that.
That okay. That's when we draw.
Yeah.
Yes, that's when we draw. And even that, if they
so
pay,
it is not a
no
draw.
no. But
no.
Wait.
Okay. You are only thinking about you. No, don't think about you.
I will tell you why even Ghana has an edge, even with 4 points against Korea.
How?
Okay, so
but no, he's not played.
Okay,
you don't know how his outcome.
Ghana against South Korea. Should Korea even win against Portugal, Korea gets 5-0. 5-0.
Yes.
Exactly, and it is only on goal deficit. That's what I'm saying. if it is on goals, and it is not certain that Korea is going to score Portugal fine.
No, nothing is certain. Even your draw or win or lose is not certain.
So that's what I'm saying.
So let's take the draw option out.
So my point is that Ghanaians approach this match with the Azuma Nelson mentality. Go for the kill.
Exactly.
Because
so a draw is not a qualification for us.
That is the worst. That is the worst that can happen. In fact, that is
you are not seeing Korea can do something.
Oh no.
The likelihood
of Korea winning
more goals against
Portugal is very impossible.
Yes.
Oh yes, it's very impossible.
Football.
As an upset, yeah.
Football.
Until the
prophecy number 4.
Football. So even so,
when Pakistan scores some, Saudi Arabia scores some, but was it in the book?
No,
that's what I'm saying.
It
That
can happen, but
let's approach it with the Azuma Nelson mentality.
So what I want you to say is that we are winning to qualify to the next stage. It's not about a draw.
Yes. Wow,
because the draw there, if you draw and something happens to the other side, you are out.
Yes, and you see, I would want us to still consider the worst side of situation. I would want us to consider that is being realistic. I would want us to just also consider the worst side of the situation, because as it stands, the Uruguay team is not just a walk in the park. You can have all the confidence in the world now after winning against South Korea, but we should also bear in mind that in 2 matches we've conceded 5 goals, which even shows how porous our defenses. So, and the highest that we've scored is 3 goals in that tournament. So if you are able, let's say we score 3 and they even equalize 3, it is still a threat against us. You understand? That is our highest that we've scored in a single match is 3. So let's say
we've scored 5.
We've scored 5 goals as well. So no, but I am saying that in a single match we've been able to concede as high goals as much, and the highest that we've also scored is 3. So let's say that we even score and they equalize, as porous as our defense is. definitely we would have that kind of banter, because Uruguay, as we know, it's not just a walk in the park and say, okay, because we just want to take that draw aspect out. You understand? We can't just cancel it out completely because we want or we wish we win. It is part of the game and we can draw. And this is not a knockout stage that you would say, even if you draw, you have the likes of extra time or even a penalty shootout to redeem yourself. No. So let's go for the kill. As hard as it even looks, let's go for the kill. Then that will be the winning mentality.
Well, Friday. In fact, after getting Currency's understanding, me, I don't want any draw. Initially, you guys were convincing me to think. I think Amy started from yesterday that even if you draw with Portugal, Uruguay, but now a draw is not a qualification. Because the other guy, we don't know what he is also planning to do. Knowing that now the group looks like it is open for everybody. Yeah. Apart from the guy at the top. All the guys down there, everybody has something that they can use to enter. Portugal has 6 points. So. Should Portugal even lose against South Korea? What it means is that there's that possibility around that second place. No, I call Brazil. And everybody would want to prevent that encounter. So Portugal would not also chip in himself against South Korea. The guy at the top is not even safe. Yes. So we go for the kill. That's why you're draw there. Let's take it out. That is the worst case scenario. No.
In terms of qualification, they are safe. No matter what, they will qualify to the next.
But positioning,
okay, for qualification,
yes, they are safe. But
if they lose,
they are safe. But the positioning is where the contention would be.
Yeah, so. I like the Greece as I'm not.
I doma.
And I ready Anyway, so we are all hopeful against Friday. If you have any prayer to say for the Black Stars, please start saying it now. If you have any direction, I can't tell you what we are. Yeah, what happened to us? Anyways, on this note, I introduce them to you, though you've heard them talk already. Man in your shot is Roland Amate. He's an event promoter. He's also a blogger, talent manager, and one of our pundits here. And the guy at the extreme end is in Team Dode Solomon. You can also call him Chamo. He is our online manager here at Flex Entertainment, Sammy Flex TV. And again, he is a digital content strategist. Anytime you need him, for him to go through any process you have online, why not? Available and ready to go. Also, to the guys behind the scenes, the guitar rasta is called Currency. On camera, Richie Flex is the editor, director of the show. Emmanuel Lapiji is the producer, and Gideon Nilam Tessim, our creative director. My name is Sammy Flex, and we are good to go now that we know our position on Friday. But Friday, all things being equal, we still come and sit here, do the live show, and I know you guys are going to really enjoy it. But before we start, let's extend our gratitude to Professor Ankonam Rebel. At least the two men here are the recipients, so it looks so beautiful. Prof, thanks for your honor. He said he'll be doing the pundits of the quarter, and really and truly he's sticking to that. So far he's awarded how many? 3 people, right?
Yeah, 3.
Kojo, Reagan, and yourself. Okay, so 3 people have been awarded best pundits for the quarter, and that it feels so good for the year.
Yeah.
So it's done for the year.
Yeah.
Oh, so I'll be in your
train next year.
Okay, so it's Charlie. Oh, then Prof, why are they?
Yeah.
Wow. You got me crumple. Let me be very honest. Me crumple if you. Yeah, we got me if you say. Like something like that was ongoing, and oh wow, Prof, you are good, and I'm sure Roland would also want to say thank you.
Brian, I'm sure.
He promised you, and really enjoyed.
Why
and they say was say home.
Oh right.
Driving near Chairman.
I told you
indirect bribe.
What original just say?
Professor Sarkodie Rebel pays indirect bribe to Roland.
Ramos said you.
Ramos just in the wow, so far so very good. So I'm sure he's still on this monitoring process to see the pundits of the quarter. So the next quarter will be when
Around March.
February, March.
February,
March. Okay, that's fine. I forgot, but I'm so surprised he never forgot and he's still sticking to his promise. Now, the first thing I want us to look at, Sarkodie has rapped at a BBC Extra 1 orchestra, and people are still talking about something. Despite the fact that man was performing with an orchestra band for the very first time ever since I started following him. Maybe he's done it somewhere that I've not seen. But the one that I am a living witness to is the one we watched on BBC Extra 1. And interestingly, someone is still complaining. Like, instead of us just to go ahead and give Sarkodie his flowers, somebody is still complaining for something Sarkodie did. And I want Richie to put the tweet out, so I read it to whoever is interested in knowing it. So this is it. It said, this is Ghana, Sarkodie with an orchestra. And Charlie, the setting was so beautiful. And let me apologize to our viewers that because of copyright issues, we are not able to play this. And also special regard to a man like Van Dako, who is in the UK, for calling my attention to this. He called my attention to this. Oh, have you seen this story? He sent it to me via WhatsApp, and I said, okay, worth talking about. And like I said, you can go look for it. Even if you go on Twitter and you check on the guy who posted the KJSPO, I believe you would see it as well. KJSPO is a DJ, right? I guess something like that. I've seen his name somewhere. He is in the entertainment industry. And he said, this is for Ghana, Sarkodie with an orchestra. And still, a certain Henry Sa is complaining that orchestra too, you talk Osidhe.
Me too.
No, this one he only mentioned Osidhe. Aha. So while they were saying, I'm lucky, my big good, Osidhe.
I'm lucky.
Now, people are complaining that why are artists struggling to stop those things? Mentio. Everybody like those things. So Sarkodie also shared it himself, and he says, big shouts to Extra 1 having me perform with the legendary BBC Philharmonic and Afrobeat to the world. Of course, this is what we enjoy, that when Afrobeat is mentioned, Ghanaian artists would also show face. And this was an Afrobeat kind of performance with the orchestra. And of course, King Sark was there. Instead of us to continue to give us only his flowers, someone is complaining about some Sarkodie saying, Osidhe. And I was telling Van Dako that, now those things, not as if they really want someone to do it, something. It has become just a cliche. They just have to mention it. Everybody, Osidhe, Mintio, they just have to mention it for mentioning's sake. Ro, have you seen the performance?
Yeah, I've seen it. In fact,
what do you think about it and the gentleman's complaint?
Oh, it's very beautiful. In fact, these are some of the things that we would want to see our artists do. You know, performances to us is one of the ways that the artist use to market himself, his brand, his music, and all that to different audience, or to make people even fall in love with him more. It is not only, which is why we mostly encourage people not to be only recording artists, but to be also to be performing artists as well. These are some of the things that we mostly would want them to see. The dynamic and the creative nature of these artists are some of the things that comes to play when they get some of these opportunities. And these things are very rare. In fact, the truth of the matter is, it is not any artist that can perform. Yes, that can perform to an orchestra, or even that can even live band. It's a huge conversation in this country, and for an artist,
and this is the highest form of music.
Yes.
If someone can do this, then it means the person really understands
music,
the rudiments of music.
When it comes to your notes, music, your keys, and all that, it goes a long way, even into reading music on paper. That's what the orchestra is about. And for an artist like Sarkodie, who is not even a known singer, mostly we know that it is mostly known singers that are able to vibe to some of these things, or are able to go for some of these challenges. But for somebody who is not a known singer but a rapper, a seasoned rapper at that, and with his vast experience to have done this, I think it is very good. And the choice of song as well, yes, to me, I don't also see anything wrong with the choice of song. I also saw some few comments with people asking why he chose that particular record and not any other song.
They wanted Afrobeat feel.
Exactly.
And I think that song has Afrobeat feel
that's
more than most of his songs.
That's exactly my point. So so if it is Afrobeat that Sarkodie wants to sell to the world, aside one of his biggest record that is like known internationally, that has to do with Adonai and all that, this is one of the songs that even put him out there in terms of cutting across different countries. And P Square, as we all know, even in recent times, is very, very vibrant. And for Sarkodie to perform this record means a lot to him and whatever message or agenda he's trying to send across. For the man asking Orchestra to say, oh, you they talk or sit there in there, I would want to cut him some slack. Besides, it is one of those things that comes with being an artist or being in the mood, I should say. Because Sarkodie, like, it is just like you having fun on stage. And you know, the moment you are tensed with some of these things, you spoil the whole performance. And even if it means you going on to that side, even to still keep your composure, deliver as it is, then I don't see anything wrong with Sarkodie saying or saying. In fact, it even sells our language to some extent, if you should ask me. Because yes, somebody would ask, okay, aside whatever he said, probably that maybe I would ask somebody, the ones that I don't understand would ask somebody to explain to me. If the person hears or saying, it could also be one of those vibes. We've seen or heard some of these artists even trying to catch a niche for themselves outside, where people are even able to identify them with some taglines and some words and all that. And this could be one of them. So if internationally Sarkodie is known for this, come on, it becomes a vibe or a selling point for him to also tap into some people's music market. So to me, I don't see any big deal with it, crack. Congratulations to Sarkodie for doing this. In fact, I am highly, highly impressed, especially at this time.
Chabo, let me listen to you as well.
Yeah, fantastic.
You've seen the performance?
Yeah, I've watched it. Not even once. I think I've watched it several times. So
Okay.
yeah, I've seen it. And this is fantastic. I mean, initially I was like, are they doing the deep fake thing? Like, I wasn't
Yeah, you were not sure. Yeah.
whether it was true or not. I mean, because what people can do this time.
Yeah,
So,
I get
but
it.
later I saw from a certain account and I said, okay, this one there.
It can't be false.
Yes, yeah. So, I mean, Sarkodie has done well. And this thing, he did it really well. The performance, for me, it was great. I mean, he came out to do something that not everybody can do it. The musicians, I mean, performing with an orchestra. I mean, not 1, 2, 10 people. They are huge numbers there, and I think for them to, it's a challenge for them to come to Afrobeat scenes and do something as an orchestra. I mean, they will try. You know, we know them traditionally, orchestra, how they do their thing, it goes certain way. So for them to blend with a rapper, doing this kind of thing, I mean, it's also a challenge for them to come out with their best. And I think they did well, and the combination with Sarkodie was fantastic. For somebody to complain that, why is he saying Osiden? Osiden is an ad-lib.
Yeah.
It's at some point they may try to switch or say something that they are not ready to go straight. So they will say something before they go there. So he will say Osiden, then the right thing that he wants to say will follow. So if the person, he doesn't know what is happening, it's an ad-lib. Something that you say before you say the actual thing that you want to say. So he's not wrong to say that. Just that a lot of them are using that same strategy, so it makes it look like, no, I use actually one way, yes, and all that, but there's nothing wrong for Sarkodie to do that. And I think this one, he did it so well, and we just have to praise him. And I check out the Spill, KJ Spill guy, and I think he's the creative director for Seek.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's even one of the financiers for Sarkodie's project, the No Pressure album, and this one, the new one.
So I think we should just praise Sarkodie and maybe push for him to get more of this thing, just to prove himself what he can do as a prolific and successful musician as he is. Yes. So for the one complaining or something, it's one of those things. And for those who are not in the camp of Sark Nation, obviously they will try to jab in a certain way for it to be funny and at the same time more take the value out of what he has done. So me, I don't see it stopping. Somebody will do that, but this one, I mean, it's normal coming from the other side. I'm so sure that the guy wouldn't be in Sark Nation. Yeah, he will be at the other side.
Yeah, I know that. I know that. Yeah, my interest is this: if on such a platform where Afrobeat was being discussed, and a Ghanaian artist had a chance to perform on that platform, what does it mean? Are we now climbing the Afrobeat discussion like that? Well, this is on a BBC level. They could have gone for a Burna Boy, they could have gone for a Wizkid or a Davido, but it landed on the thighs of a Ghanaian brother Sarkodie. What does it mean? Are we now competing on the Afrobeats international market space?
Oh, for me, I think we are competing, just that we don't have enough of our people to compete. So you will always see Burna Boy and Davido, Wizkid and others ahead of our people, because we don't. If you want to talk of the people that we have who can match up or who are ready to also capture the market, if you mention Sarkodie, now the recent Black Sheriff and then you add Stoneboy and our own Shatta, we are done. I mean, about 4 or 5 who can compete like internationally. You say that okay, these people, I think they are ready to compete. But when you want to mention the Nigerians, you get a lot of them, plenty of them. So when it comes to getting somebody to represent us Africans as a Afrobeat artist, obviously Nigerian is likely to get it. There will be a Nigerian there because the numbers is not in our favor. We have a lot of them who are competing internationally as compared to our own. So Sarkodie getting it, yes, because he's also in that same category. Probability is not on his side, but still he can still get it. And lucky for him, he got it this time around. And maybe there are other factors that we have contributed for him getting this thing. So yeah, good luck to him, and he also did so well to prove that
in the delivery. He delivered beautifully.
Yes,
I see. Afrobeat competition, are we now there? Looking at where Sarkodie has taken the level to.
We are not there yet. In fact, when you look at the magnitude of the competition and the kind of players we have in the game, or even our leverage in the game, you would still see that it is still not enough. In fact, but that being said, this is also a stepping stone. In fact, it also gives us some form of eye opening. But I would want to, like, I don't like it when we are always playing a certain one top kind of game. That has always been our problem. Like Chemo said, if we are to mention other people who probably are to bring their players on board to compete on a head-to-head level, we would always find ourselves wanting and always lacking players in the game. And
because our numbers might not be
exactly. So yes, I would say we are competing, but it is just like we being underdogs. That's the position we stand as it stands. And for Sarkodie to have also gotten the opportunity means you can just imagine the level of conversation that has gone on before. Not to take anything away from Sarkodie though, but you can imagine the level of conversation or the level at which the conversation went before it was settled on Sarkodie. Because I believe if we are talking about Afrobeat and its vibrancy now, in terms of it coming from Africa, we all know the country that has the mantle now. And should they bypass and come to you, then you should know the extent, yes, the extent at which the conversation went before your name was even mentioned. So, and kudos to Sarkodie for also delivering when he was given the opportunity. In fact, this even shows or go a long way to even put that spotlight on our industry to show that, okay, if Sarkodie has been able to do it, then probably if they should fall on us more, we have more people who are also capable of also delivering.
I see. Well, so congrats to King Sark this is what I have been praying for all the time. I want my people to be on the platforms. I want my people to be in the competition, not outside of it. Be in the competition. At least on that platform, those who would follow it from around the world, they will know Afrobeat is also a Ghana thing as well, and not only a Nigerian thing. Yeah, Afrobeat is a Ghana. No, it's not violence. Afrobeat is just a Ghana thing, and some people have, with all their energies and strength and their numbers, taking over it. But that's fine. That's fine. Now let's remain in the UK. Let's remain in the UK. We shouldn't come out of UK yet, because Lyrical Joe is also giving us something or a cause to mention him this evening on our show because of what is happening to him in UK. Now, one of his songs called Barcode has been sampled by a teacher. Okay, not I was going to say, okay, I can say a lecturer, I can say a teacher in one level 5, level 5, 6, and 7 in UK. And this has generated conversation on Twitter. And according to the teacher or the lecturer who started this conversation, he thinks he has been using more lines from Lyrical Joe because he thinks Lyrical Joe is dope. Guy's pen game is tough. And he adds that if you are an artist and you want to be the favorite, then you have to make sure your pen game is up. So let's go back to the tweet. He says, "They love it when I use words beautifully knitted together. So I got this one from Ghana's finest pen at Lyrical Joe. Make sure your favorite improves his pen game so that I can get some beautiful lyrics for my board. Can't use LJ all the time." And listen again. He says, "They love it when I use words beautifully knitted together. So I got this. I got them this one. Okay, so I got them this one from Ghana's finest pen at Lyrical Joe. Make sure your favorite improves his pen game so that I can get some beautiful lyrics from my board. Can't use LJ all the time." And there is what Critical Analyzer, aka Trifina, also sent, or Triforeigner, I'm sure. Triforeigner, yeah, Triforeigner. That's what he's done with the arts. So Critical Analyzer sent that one to us via Twitter. Now, what did he send, or what did he show to his students? And Richie will give me that as well. Let's read it. And I know sometimes when it comes to those who write, some people will say, "Oh, they're trying to me punch. Because well, that's what you know doing, no punch. But the real work itself, you might not be getting it right. And I would want us to pay attention to what lyrics the teacher gave to the level 5, 6, 7 students to analyze. Now it says, "Flip the brain and smile." And of course, this is a picture of a classroom. In fact, a modern day classroom, not your kind of LA classroom. This is a modern day classroom somewhere in UK, not Kumapim LA Basic Academy. No, not that. So it says, "I was asked to exercise patience, but it wasn't working out. So I fired my gym instructor." And this is one of the lines from Lyrical Joe's song Barcode. I know in Ghana, if you are a good rapper and you have been writing some great lines like this, some people even mock at you. Sometimes they mock you that the rapper being ni na ye honda me ponche. Cause one the ponche, me who know than day. A ponche because oh ponche. Now this one has landed Lyrical Joe somewhere, and according to the teacher who shared it, it is not the first time he has been using stuff from Lyrical Joe, and that so many times, several occasions, he's seen the need to use some bars or some lines from Lyrical Joe to teach his students. Now I'm asking that, should this encourage more artists to now write or raise their pen game? And now most commercial na Jabo. Most commercial na some of these things should encourage artists to now up their pen game.
I mean, raising your pen game, I mean, trying to outdo or outdone what you have done before. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. But you should also have the commercial mentality in mind. I mean, you are not doing it for people to just appreciate you. That's why some people now say that if you are hardcore rapper, you will suffer. Not that people don't like your rapper. They will soak it and that's the end of it. They may not be willing to even pay for it. They just want to listen to it and say that, hey, the guy is deep and you are done. Then they will go and do one corner. They will go and boogie with one corner and others and then pay for it, because when you stage a concert as a rapper and you are just coming to rap, so they should just come, sit down and soak it. A lot of people will not come. They want to do that at their homes and all that. And some may not even pay for it directly. So you still have to have the commercial mentality in mind. Do something that people will be willing to pay for. This one, yes, it will give you all the accolades that you are looking for. It will give you all the praises that you want. But it won't mean the praises there. Then you have to think again. But this is beautiful. I mean, for those who appreciate words and how you weave
and literature.
Literature, how you put things together for it to make sense, or for it to trigger somebody to think about something. It's beautiful, and we should appreciate those who can do that and do it well. Somebody like Lyrical Joe, I think he has proven himself when it comes to that thing. He has done it not once, many times. And I listened to the song that he took this thing from. I mean, it's not just even this line. A lot of dope lines. I mean, I remember one of his lines was, right from the birth, I came out as a single parent, but they say we should say the Lord's Prayer, Our Father. So, can you
I get it.
Think about it. He's a single. He's coming from a single parent, a mother.
So right from birth.
Right from birth.
And they still want him to say our Father.
Yes, because of the Lord's Prayer.
The Lord's Prayer. And he doesn't have a father.
So when you think about it, you say, wow, this is deep. The guy is thinking, and whenever you hear it, it triggers you. You also have to think about it, like, wow, what the guy is saying is true or is not true. Like, you will think about something. So it's good that we get some of these things once in a while or sometimes to appreciate the work that they do.
Even if it does not pay.
Yes, of course. But when you concentrate on it, when you just want to give that, you will go hungry. So you can't just focus on that, unless maybe you want to be a lecturer, a teacher or something. You have to find a way to monetize it. If there's a way, then it will make sense to do more of such things. But we can say that so far it will not pay like that, or it doesn't pay if you go that direction. I mean, Lyrical Joe, for him to be that creative and all that, but when we are mentioning top rappers in Ghana, he will not be on top. Upon all this creativity and all that, we will not put him on top. So that should clearly tell you that fine, you can go that direction just to entertain people, but you will not make money. So you have to blend it. So I like the way this
what are some of these things going to do for him? What are some of the benefits he can derive from these things?
The direct one is that the case that we are introducing it to, they will definitely be an instant followers, especially those who love that kind of
play.
Yes, they will be an instant followers. They will follow him. Whatever he drops, they will analyze it. They will think about it, like the teacher doing. So the teacher, in a way, is introducing his work to a lot
new
of
audience
people that he will teach or meet. The teacher is doing that job for him. And the kids, some of them will grow with it, and they also fall in love with it, and they also introduce to another people. So yes, when you do this, the thing is that it means you are penetrating the market. You are getting more people listening to you, even out of the strategies that you are using to market your creativity, like out of your
your skill out of
your business plans, your promotional plan. Now you are getting direct promotion without you even paying for it. Okay. This one from the teacher who loves this kind of creativity. So the benefit that he will get is that direct people that they are introducing it to, and those people will also carry it along, and that's fantastic for him. But commercially, it's not paying now. I will not say it will not pay. Maybe it will pay later, but for now, it's not paying now. But so when you have it, show that you have it, but don't concentrate on it too much. And that's how I come
Okay, Ru. But let me ask you, how do you also understand the lines there? How do you understand it? Richie, bring it back again, and let's look at it. Bring it back. Let me see how Chemo do the breakdown. He says, I was asked to exercise patience, but it wasn't working out. So I fired my gym instructor. How do you also interpret it?
So the simple thing would be like, whatever he was doing, some people said, no, Charlie, just wait for a while or take it slow to get there. But taking it slow, he's not getting the result that he's looking for. So he will not take that advice anymore. So the advisor or the advice is the gym instructor. And exercising patience is waiting for your time, don't rush. But he's not getting the result that he's looking for, so he will rush, he will forget about exercising the patience.
And he used the gym language, like he used the gym language where he said, I was asked to exercise patience. So when you're in the gym, you're asked to do a certain type of exercise. And so that exercise is the patience. But it wasn't working out. But once he was doing that exercise, he wasn't feel like you are working out.
Patience name Bo.
You know,
the results is not coming.
When you're in the gym, some type of exercise are very effective. Like you do when you feel pain, others too because feelings about breath. So I was asked to exercise patience, but it wasn't working out. So I fired my gym instructor.
Like the metaphoric nature of this piece is so much. In fact, you can attribute it to different sectors. It will still make sense.
No, it's dope. It's dope. It's dope. It's dope. So, like Chemo said, it might not pay, but these are some of the things that you can also benefit from it. Like Lyrical Joe has gotten that mention there. It means a lot. And all the students, if the teacher keeps telling them, oh, I took this line from a song from this artist, I know how these people are inquisitive. They will go and listen to everything that guy has. So big ups to Lyrical Joe. Let's listen to Roland on this.
Brasames, it's a good feeling, especially if it is coming from you, the artist, and you see some of these things. I even saw him sharing the post on his socials. It is actually a good feeling. You know, there are so many reasons why people do music. Some people do music solely because of entertainment, and that is why most people would not put in so much content, because as it stands, it doesn't take even much to entertain somebody. As much as it is difficult to find, like, to entertain somebody, it doesn't even take much. You understand? If you look at it critically. But some people would still want their entertainment to also educate people, and that is the difference. So that is why you see a certain Kenata, the lyrics of somebody like Kenata's being studied in the universities, and somebody like Shatta lyrics and profile appearing in textbooks and all that. This is not the first time we are seeing this. But my happiness has to do with the fact that this is even international. Yes, we've seen locally some of our musicians having their lyrics studied in other institutions, and it feels good. But the fact that we've been able to travel internationally gives me some kind of joy, which goes a long way to show that, okay, aside these things, these are huge recommendations as it stands, because the teacher, aside recommending your lyrics or your piece or your art to his students, probably can also refer to a different lecturer or his colleagues to also check it out in case they are also in the same field. And this is how you build genuine love and connect for your craft. You know, recently we are all there's that huge conversation about streaming farms and the fact that people are patronizing people's works, but it is not as if they are just patronizing it because it is being, as it were, forced on them. You understand, but not genuinely loving whatever art that these people are putting out. And for somebody to...
But people who are genuinely loving some of these works are few people.
Exactly.
They are not plenty.
Exactly.
There are people who are just being fed. It's like now, whilst we were in London, you go on to YouTube, you play one video, now next one, Ashake comes. Hey, you watch any Afrobeat video from Africa, you finish now, Ashake is coming. Like Ashake can come, and see this one. It's not as if you love it too, but you end up watching it.
Exactly. So these are some of the ways that I think that gives the artist a little bit of satisfaction. You know, it is not just about patronizing the art, but it is also about appreciating the art. That's why you see somebody an artist who draws and can just do what they call the abstract painting and all that. You would not see any image, but would see brush and paint going left and right, and somebody would just stare at it and can even tell you the mood at which yes, the artist even did that painting, and it gives a very good feeling and satisfaction. Yes, like Chemo said, it is not all the time that you can get paid for this, but then it is also a good way. And what we should rather encourage our people to do is to be able to blend it at the commercial level. Somebody like Kenata has been able to do it well. In fact, Kenata, when you study his lyrics and all that, no wonder he's been able to win Songwriter of the Year for about 3 or 4 times in our award scheme. And it has even encouraged the likes of Fameye and all that to also write and write good. So, and you realize that these are songs that people love, and they don't just love, or they don't just patronize them, but they also appreciate it, which is why you see somebody vibing to somebody's song and even be crying, because this is somebody that is appreciating whatever art that we are putting together. So it is not just about upping your pen game. No, it is not just about trying to sound deep or so. Make sure whatever you are doing is something that the people can patronize willingly and can also appreciate. I believe this is these are some of the things that would give you rather fulfillment. If they are able to appreciate, that is when they will even be willing to also patronize you when you even hold concerts. You understand? That is why somebody like Sarkodie is enjoying more, because he's been able to make that deep lines, weave it into that commercial level. So as much as his people would know that Sarkodie is deep, they are also able to vibe with him on that commercial level, to the extent that whenever he holds a concert, he has multitudes going into the auditorium to patronize whatever he's trying to do.
Because they know what he's made of.
Exactly. So it is not just about writing deep, deep, and it is not commercial for people to also vibe with that. Yes, they would appreciate the art, but the urge to push them to patronize it would also be a challenge for you. But the moment you are able to blend it and make people, as much as you entertain them on that level, they are also vibing to it and appreciating it, you also win. So big ups to Lyrical Joe and any other artist that has also enjoyed something like this.
Have you heard something? Okay, I think I've heard locally. I've heard about Kofi Kinata. No, not Kofi Kinata alone.
Yes, I've also seen about Shatta. I've seen Sarkodie's own.
They have done
Ochame Kwame. Yes, some few ones. So many of them.
Bisakade have you guys?
Bisakade too,
yeah, something like that has come in the name of Bisakade before. Yeah, I also want to remember. And it feels good. It feels good.
For the universities, it's common. They have, I think they have something they call poetry appreciation or something, where they pick some of these things and then talk about it. Talk about them and appreciate them, as in the meaning, the deep meaning beyond what you hear as when it comes out as music. Yes, so for when they pick your song, I mean, it means you are doing something right.
So these play on words that our rappers have been using, the young people, who most of them are not really reading to understand something, do they get them, or they are just having fun with them?
That's another challenge.
Because like this, would they be able to interpret it the way the guy is talking?
I doubt. A lot of them will
not. But even so, we would still.
They will just be enjoying the wordplay. But as to the interpretation and what it really means, I wonder if most of them be getting it. Because it is not only Lyrical Joe who has been putting out some of these. You listen to some songs and sometimes the line between the phone, which has wow, did he say that?
Yeah.
Yes, I think one day we were listening to some Shatta song like that, and he talked about some war.
Yes, I think the Vietnam War or one of those wars like that.
He talked about something, and you listen to what he said, like a historical fact that you might not even hear in the history room.
And I remember when Obibini said, Nazi, yes, and I was like, Obibini,
yes,
do you know what you're
Yes.
Yes. You know who Mungu Park is? Yes. So they are deep. I think that we can't take anything from our musicians. I mean, they are really.
And I mean, I'm not thinking about the consumers. Whether they are getting these things well to understand
the a lot of them will not get it. That's why it's not even paid, because people will not sit down and appreciate it the way they wish it will come out for them to love it so much that they will be willing to pay for it. No. We can get it from the fact that because it's not paying that much, they are not appreciating it the way that they are supposed to. Yes, so a lot of them don't get it like that. If they get it like that, they will fall in love with them and will be willing to even pay higher, hoping that they will come out
get
with
more.
even more of such things. So
But
you know, a lot of them are
on the other hand, I also think that even the fact that it is being studied in school, it's also a step in the right direction, because now if it is being studied in school, this even gives a different perception about even the whole music industry, like a different face. That perception that has to do with the fact that these people are living a certain kind of life. These people are just quote and unquote vagabonds, school dropouts and all that. So if these school dropouts who with the perception that they don't know anything, they are just doing music. Some are just doing music because they failed in a certain career. Some are just in this industry because they were not successful at doing this or that, are able to put out such beautiful pieces for you guys to be studying in school. Yes, we know that so many people would not appreciate it, but I believe that the beginning of lecturing them about some of these things, and it is about people that most of them aspire to be. You understand? So if you are, let's say Sarkodie is your mentor and you hope to be like Sarkodie one day, and out of the blue in class they bring some of Sarkodie's lyrics to teach you, and you understand that, oh, even this person that I even want to be is not just an ordinary person or a school dropout like people are making him look.
His lines,
but he has deep lines. Now I would have to research deep and think deep. In fact, read deep in order to match up or even do better than he is doing, which is very good. So yes, it may not pay like that because most of them would not understand. But even the effort of taking it down to the grassroots, taking it down to the people themselves, as it were, forcing it even into their throat to orient them about it, is even a step in the right direction.
And then let's also say big ups to those who are doing the music reviews. I think they are also helping a great deal for people to understand the kind of lyrics our boys are writing now. Because those who are doing the music reviews, they go beyond the ordinary meaning for you to get the other meanings that the artists will not get time to explain to you. Like what we just saw from Lyrical Joe. The meaning is just so dope that you want to do something, someone tells you, okay, this is how to do it. You do it and it is not working the way you want it. You just have to ignore that person's advice or direction and look for the best way to do it. And this is like very inspirational. But this is deeper than your motivational speaker who told you that go and use 50 Ghana cedis to start a car factory.
I started my poultry farm with 2 chickens.
Than that motivational speaker who told you to go and use 50 Ghana cedis for a car factory. This is deep, and interestingly, I wonder if the followers, the consumers of music are really catching with these vibes. If they are not catching it, they should take their time, discuss it, and even enjoy it some more. Now, Fameye is also in the news. Yes, Fameye is also in the news. And according to Fameye, when you are with a label, because according to the story, he signed on to Empire for some time, but at the moment, he's cancelled that deal. He's now an independent artist. What it means is that some things did not go well as he expected to go. And because of that, now Fameye is no more on any label. He is an independent artist. Now, but this is what he's saying, that if you're an independent artist, there are some perks you don't enjoy. He talked about when he released a song. An artist with a label, boom, 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 the song will fly and go and top charts. But if you are an independent artist, you release a song, the song won't be on any chart. But when you pass through the blue kiosk next to you, they are playing it. You pass through that pub, they are playing it. You pass through here, everyone will be playing the songs. But unfortunately, for the song to climb onto the charts, like the Billboard charts and all those charts, it is no joke for a song to get there. Fameye is saying again that even you will get there, be #1 on Spotify, #1 on this, but the money he's making from the streets, the money he's making from not getting anyone pump up the songs to the level, it is either equal to what he was getting from topping the charts, or maybe it's even better than what he was getting from topping the charts. Is this an endorsement for independent music business? Is that what Fameye is trying to say? That now, if you want to do music, forget about the labels. When you go for the labels, they'll give you the hype. But as to what is really in the hype, you'll not get them. Is that what Fameye is trying to say? Let's go watch the video. Credit to 3 Music TV, where Olele Salvador, Miss G, what's the guy's Real MC? No, not Real MC.
Serial.
Serial, yes, Serial, and Jay Foley, where they have been sitting on their Culture Daily to discuss some pertinent issues in our showbiz space. Let's go watch it. I'll be back.
You see, you were with Empire and you left. You are running. You were with Empire and you left. You are running your own, shall I say, management or team now, right? What have you realized between the two positions?
It did like as I dropped my album when I was with Empire. The first day, all the songs did top 100. These are some of the things I see. But if me now I do my thing, you know, go come there the chart too. But if I go the street, the song blow, but my song never appear for any chart. And then they pay me more or equally to them ones where they appear for charts.
Wow. What does it mean?
I don't know what it means. I'm just saying. He doesn't want the glamour. I'm just telling you what it is. Glamour. And that one, me too, I need them. Because Drake, I'm not. Me blast you, cool. Me here, be me. But I'm just trying to say, say me prepare. Buffering,
I just preparing.
Yes.
So you prefer to have, you know, your name or your song sung on the streets than just top.
I want to fee.
Right.
I want to fee. I want to buy. I want to so me more. They me free. Until some me new free street in this one. Kaka. I want to say speedy. Boom. Then say I start to shoot certain videos. I say me try video na say enini shepe bia. Kofo ne hwe. But me channel me was street in this one. Na peke. Me try picture na me will get to. Na enye with original camera. Eko. Saying said e maye me ho. It's a spiritual awakening.
So is that why I just
All right, there. So that was Fameye telling us that he doesn't know. You see me, I don't know. All that I would know is I'm topping charts. Billboard, I'm here, I'm just here. But for the money side there, according to him, the same money he's making from not topping charts, it is still that money he was making whilst he was topping charts. And someone asked, so what does it mean? I don't know. Chavo, so what do they mean? You are a digital expert. What do they mean? What are they trying to?
It's not so, I'm not surprised.
Okay.
By the fact that Fameye is giving out. It's 50-50 thing.
Okay.
When you are topping chart, when you are getting more mentions online, it means that apart from the fact that your song may be good, your people behind you, the promoters, the strategists, they are also working well to push the songs to wherever it's supposed to go. That's what it means. By pushing the song to wherever it's supposed to go, or pushing the song to people doesn't mean you make money out of them.
Okay.
People will either pay for it or ignore it, or maybe you just look at it and say, I don't like this one, and move on. So you can top chart, but you will still not make huge money, because the idea is to show it to people. In fact, when you advertise on Google Ads, for instance, they will give you an estimated impressions. They don't tell you the number of people who are going to watch your video or react to your video. They give you the estimate of how many people they are going to show your video to, or how many times they are going to show your video to people. Okay. That's why they give you. What it tells us that when they show it to people, they can't force the people to react to it. That is watch, click, or whatever. No. Their job is to show it to them. So I have this thing. Do you like it or you don't like it? Whatever. Then you take your decision. They don't force people to do that. And so that's why I advise a lot of people. They come to me and say that, oh, I want to boost my video or sponsor my video. How many views am I going to get? If I give you any number, if anybody give you a specific number, the person is not helping you in any way. It's a lie. You can't force people to watch the thing. So how are you going to give specific numbers? But I can tell you that, okay, based on experience, based on what I have done before, you are likely to get this much. I won't be specific. So for those who are giving list, 1,000 views, $1 or 20,000 views, 50, whatever, it's not true. The only way that one is possible is when you do the automation of getting fake views and all that. Because for the real views, you just show it to the person, and now the person will decide whether to watch it or not. So for the strategic people, for those who have been in the game for a long time and have the money, they can push it for a lot of people to react to it, but it may not give you money. Okay. And that's why the likes of Empire and others can push your songs to many places, because they have the money, they have the people who have the skill to do that. They have all the what it takes to push your song to the top. But it may not pay, and not paying is not because your song didn't reach the right people. It means the people didn't at that point opt to pay for it. Okay. So you can top the chart, but you still not make money, because the guy saw your video, so we will count that yes, somebody saw it, somebody reacted to it. Based on that, we can put you at the top of the chart. But that person didn't pay for it. Because after viewing it or watching it for a few seconds, the person left. Or okay, after listening to it, no, I won't pay for this one. I mean, you can pay for the song that you listen to or you subscribe to them, and for the person to make money. So after seeing the song, reacting to it, the person will either pay for it or will decide not to pay for this time around. You will still top the chart anyway. Yes, you will top the chart. The job for you topping the chart is pushing
just the numbers.
Yes, for more people to see it. And more people seeing it will not automatically translate to money. Yeah. That's why you can have 2 videos on YouTube. One getting, let's say, 10,000 views, and the other one getting 5,000 views. But the one with 5,000 views can make more money than the one with 10,000 views.
I see.
Yes, and what will bring that difference is one. The one with 10,000 views, maybe the engagement duration, people engaging with it, staying on that.
They watch for a longer time.
Yes. If they are watching the one with 5K views longer than watching with one with 10K views, the one getting more longer view duration will make more money than the other one. Because the more you stay on the video, the more they will push advert on it. So if they are watching 10K views, but they are watching it for, let's say, just 1 minute, and the one with 5K views, they are watching it for 5 to 10 minutes, the one with 5K views will make more money than one with 10K views. That's true. But the one with 10K views will top the chart, because more views for the trends. So in fact, that's the reason why people like YouTube, they have they put more emphasis on engagement than the views that you get. So when you go through the YouTube trend list, sometimes you see that there are some videos with less view, but they are the one on top because they are counting the engagement, the duration people spend on the video, not the amount of views. So some video can get a lot of views but will not be in the trends or will not be topping the trends. It's because people are not engaging with that video for a longer time. They spend few minutes and then they will leave. But the ones that they are spending more times, they will give it, YouTube will give it more attention and it even pushes that one more to more people. Yeah, so topping the chart is not, that will not automatically translate into making money. So what Fameye is saying is true.
That is why he would prefer to be an independent artist.
Yes.
So that nobody will go and push his works.
Yes.
Thinking he will get more money. But he comes and the money is the same. Unfortunately, they also charge you for some services that you might not even be aware.
So when he deducts the promotional money and all that, it's like, it's the same as me not paying the promotional money. So why should I push it? Well, he's right to some extent, but where he will get it wrong is that when you do that promotional thing, you take the chance of people liking your song.
Okay, you reach some new audience
who may like it. When they don't like it, fine. The money, you've not lost it like that because they have seen it, just that they didn't pay for it or they didn't react the way you wanted. But you still reach out to them. But when you are not doing that, you are not reaching out to huge numbers, just that those who you are reaching out to are paying for it. So you will equally make your money. So one, for the monetary gains, it's okay not to even go that direction. But for the other side of the chance of you getting more people, then it's not wrong to also pay for people to see it. I mean, maybe you get the result that you are looking for. And we can say that somebody like Black Sherry, he's getting value for money in terms of promotion. I mean, more people are reacting to his songs. Yes, so we can say for sure that for him he's getting it. But some people, they will get more people watching their things, but it will not translate into money for them. So you just have to be strategic and try both. I like the way Fameye is going about it because now he knows and now he has decided to choose whether to go for promotion or whether not to, but still make his money. But me, I would advise him that he should try sometimes, but it shouldn't always be like that. There are some people, they are always promotion, and the money is not coming, so they are frustrated because of that. And people who are advising them are not telling them the truth, that when you do promotions, it does not automatically translate into money. It's a risk that you are taking. You can win or lose. So let the person understand it. So when I tell you that, okay, YouTube is telling us that we are going to get about this amount of impression, but that impression will not automatically translate into views that you are looking for. And it may not even make you the money that you are expecting. Just be aware of it and you will be fine. And I like the way Fameye
understands it now. Okay, Ro, how about you? What are you also adding to this?
This reminds me of a tweet that McMill made not long ago. I think I've given it to Richie. If he can project it for me as quickly as possible, then you read it out. So to McMill, he was actually talking about the fact that so he said, I made $11 million in 10 years from music, just music payments. I was shocked, mad, and didn't want to really rap for any label. Now I got a real point to prove to show you can survive without getting raped.
Rapped.
That is so the understanding of this is that he got $11 million for doing music for 10 years, which to him is not enough. Because he's seen instances whereby his music has made millions of views and all those stuff, but he was only presented with a check of $11 million for doing music with for 10 years on a label. So now he has a point to prove that you can survive without the label, because to him being on a label means that you can be wrapped or raped in whatever sense that you put it.
Okay.
So what my point is that musicians are now beginning to understand the business aspect of whatever they are doing. That is it. In fact, to the musician, you see, and you ask if this is a huge endorsement to the indie artist, and I say yes. In fact, most of them have been making such statements.
Now that
yes,
they would prefer to be independent.
Exactly, and they are now beginning to understand. But when you think about it on a different level, it is also another form of selfishness, if you see it to be. Because you see, you would be here and you would want your music to move from here to different countries and all that and make waves, or you would want your music to be introduced to people in different countries. Yet the person that would do that, you don't want to pay the person, or you would wish the person do it for free. Which, when you think about it in that sense, is very selfish. Because now you see Fameye's comparison. It is a very good thing that he's tried, and he's known where he wants to be, like he feels comfortable at. So his own is that he's tried a label whereby they were able to push his music, send his music, showed his music to, or introduce his music to different audience, making him top chart and all that. And he realized that, Charlie, the label has about 10 people on board, and with that 10 people, all the music or revenues, supposedly even your 20 million or you topping chart will bring 10 million, or it is like directly like that. Your views would bring you money. Now his argument is that actually the label has about 10 or 20 people, and when the revenue comes, know at the back of your mind that all these 10 or 20 people on the
share for them.
Yes, will chop. But then if he is able to, he doesn't go with them but decides to do it alone, what it means is that he is going to struggle all right in now introducing his music but not to the people outside, but now to the people who are readily available to him at his own jurisdiction, would get that same money that the label gave him. And it is a fair deal if you look at it, because this is somebody that is taking you somewhere else. And let's say if I take this your product to, let's say, La Paz, and they buy, the profits that you get from it after me deducting my service charge is like, let's say, 5 cedis. But if you don't give it to me to take it to La Paz and you decide to sell it as Sotium, you still get 5 cedis. It is still a fair deal, because now, but on the other hand, you tend to also introduce your product to people in a different jurisdiction. And the artist should know that those things don't come for free. That is one thing I would want them to understand. Nothing is for free.
No free lunch.
There is no free lunch. Unless they want to tell us that, okay, they don't want their music to be, yes, like introduced to other people in other countries, or the people that are enjoying, yes, or the people that are enjoying some of these benefits in terms of being on these labels. They don't want that kind of traction. Then we would understand that, okay, then do it like kakakakra akuko benumusu. Then you do it, because they say if you want to go fast, you go alone. But if you want to go far, you go in a group. You understand? You go with others. So if you really want to go far, and I would also want them to understand that as much as you want to be independent, it comes with its own challenges and its own benefits. There are some things that you would benefit, like really getting people to vibe with whatever you are trying to sell, or really getting people to connect with it as much as you want. But that kind of higher traction that you would want is something that you would not get. And it is for a fact you would not get it. Yes, we all know Sarkodie is big in this country, but there are some tables that Sarkodie can never sit on internationally, and it is a fact. He said it himself, because he is not on a label, because he is going alone. So he even has some kind of records or collaborations that he's listening to them in his house. He can't even publish them or even upload them online. And these are some of the disadvantages that come. So you study yourself as a musician, know what is good for you at what particular time. There are some artists that to them, they feel that, okay, I've been doing music for 5 years. I've been able to at least get some traction in my own jurisdiction. It is now to cut across. Therefore, even if I lose 50% of my revenue to get that kind of introduction, I'm okay. For if you as an artist, you're able to study some of these things and know that, okay, losing 50% of my revenue wouldn't be a problem for me, then you go for it.
I see.
That is why the conversation of, okay, we forcing people, haven't you seen Asumesi is signing to this label and he's topping charts and he's doing this and he's doing that, so you should also go. Let's limit that conversation and ask the artist if he knows about that deal. If that artist knows, then we can inquire why he's not on it. Then the artist can tell us their truth. Because as it stands, Shatta Wale is not with a label, Sarkodie is not with a label. And if you should ask these two artists, they will tell you that it is because they are not getting the deals that they want. Probably they are still content with whatever they are getting, the traction they are getting in their comfort zone. And they don't want to move or sacrifice what other people are sacrificing. It is a business risk that not anybody would be willing to take at a particular time.
Okay.
Maybe to Sarkodie, maybe to Burna Boy, he can forfeit half of his revenue and just be touring and be chopping the Odogu life and all that. But to Sarkodie, Charlie, Orchestra sikana label ne better than that. Nana kuma to the gym. Then so he wouldn't take that risk, and he would be here. So I like the response Fameye gave.
I'm sure most of the new boys, when they hear the juicy things on the paper from the labels, they feel so cool with it.
Oh yes.
But after some time, they get to know, let's stay.
Yeah.
So I want to believe that is where Fameye has got into that.
Yes.
Okay. Oti and Edo, but
so it is an eye opener for our artists, and as much as we encourage them to get themselves educated in their craft, now they are getting eye open about some of the technicalities in terms of when you see somebody topping charts, this is what it means. It means that the person is enjoying the fame, but not enjoying the monetary aspect like that. Okay. So it is either you enjoy one and you forfeit one. that's how it is.
Okay, our time is beating us, but let's try to do the very last thing before we run away from here. And we are talking about a post that we saw Shatta Wale make on Facebook. And I want us to look at it, study it, and see what Shatta Wale is saying. Because elsewhere, some people see it as a jab. Elsewhere, some people also see it as a recognition or as a praise. And I want to ask my people where they also see this before we run away. First, let's read the post Shatta made first. And okay, so this one is taken from Instagram. It is part of Bola's 25 years in media in Ghana, and he calls it Impact at 25. That is in the media space here in Ghana. The impact is made for 25 solid years. Congratulations to Bola. Really and truly, he's done a lot for our music industry. And this is what Shatta Wale said. Said, this man once threw my CD away many years ago. And he said this, learn how to brand your things. This is where people are confused. This man, he did not mention the name to start with. Said, this man once threw my CD away many years ago, and he said this, learn how to brand your things. At first, I felt bad about it, but this statement gave me the confidence to be where I am today. Shatta Wale. Don't get it twisted. That is a great man right there. All I'm trying to say is that the truth sometimes hurts, but we have to accept the fact and move on. Fast forward, today I am in the Billionaires Club. Thank you, Godfather of Ghana music, Bola official. You deserve a standing ovation. Now, when people saw this, others are reading meanings into it as, oh, this is a jab to Bola. Others also say, oh no, this is not a jab. This is a recognition and a praise. Roland, shout outs to Professor Uncle Daniel.
This is a soft jab, a recognition, and a praise.
That's how you put it.
Oh yes,
a soft jab.
Yes, soft one.
So there's a jab in it.
Oh yes, there is.
Where is the jab?
So the thing is that you see, and I am glad in his statement he made us understand that the truth is somehow bitter. Yeah. That is one jab that we all should understand, or we all know for a fact that yes, as much as it is the truth, if they tell you or you are the receiving end, it is somehow painful. And I am saying it is a soft jab because you see the act of you giving people the bitter truth, the manner in which some people do it, like throwing his CD away, recent time Abiana putting at somebody out. Some people like Shatta and other people who have survived this can take this as a bag and just move on to glory. But the truth of the matter is, it is not everybody that can do it. So if Shatta is trying to praise somebody like Bola, and with this statement, he is also in another sense trying to tell him that yes, you are part of the reason that made me who I am today. But to tell you the truth, that act was very painful. Yes, it was very painful. And you can't hide the truth. You did not hide the truth from me that time. So why should I also hide the truth from you? That act was very painful. It was. Let's all admit it.
So in one post, there is a jab.
Small one.
A soft jab.
A soft one.
We're not open at drums, a soft
a soft penalty. A soft touch.
A soft touch. So there's a soft jab, a recognition, and a praise.
Yes.
I see.
Because and the praise, I like how he crafted the whole piece. In fact, yes, it was very beautiful. And celebrating somebody like Bola in our industry is something that we would all wish most of our artists would do. There are so many people in the media landscape that have paid their dues, helped some of these artists even with their actions and inactions, and have made them who they are today. Sarkodie has been giving it to some people left, right, center, and I would wish that like man is celebrating Bola, he would also, as in like from time to time, pick some people who have also helped you, give them some kind of praise. And even if it means also you talking about some of the things that we are all human beings, come on. There are some things that as much as the person has helped you even to whatever level, there are definitely some things that the person did along the lines that you didn't like. And you speaking about it will let that young guy come in know that, yes, you may not like this action from this man, but hey, it is one of those things that can make you who you want to be.
Okay. Chamo, how do you also see this? Our time is up. You have to run away.
By the truth is, I don't see any jab in it.
You don't see a jab in it? Not at all. Even the first line?
Not at all.
This man.
This is Bola's way of helping people. I mean, if you want to teach him how to do it, he won't be successful as he is now. So yes, when there are some people who will tell you the truth as they think that you should hear it, and there are some people who will massage it or find a diplomatic way to tell you, and you may not even get it, so you repeat your mistakes or whatever. So when it has come out to be as good as it is now, I think we have to just praise him. And Shatta saying it is to put emphasis on the fact that it's not easy. That's how I see it. Shatta is just saying that it's not easy to make it in life, or it's not easy to be successful as you wish to be. You go through certain things. People will advise you in a way that will even hurt you. But you just have to move with it because you know where you want to go or how you want it to end for you. So I don't see the jab in it. This is Bola's style of correcting people or advising people. If you don't like it, you move to where you think you can make it or you fit in. So if there are some people who cannot survive that kind of criticism or that kind of truth coming to them, they are not fit to be successful. There is no way, nowhere that you will go that you want to be successful and you get it easy. No way. Even for those who will tell you in a diplomatic way, you will not get it most of the time. So you repeat your mistakes. You will not move on in life. In fact, somebody will say that you didn't advise me well, that's why I couldn't succeed. They will find a reason to push it to you that your method didn't work.
Yeah, your approach, your advice approch was weak.
Yes. So for that matter, someone will say that you are not good. And a lot of people will also feel when you advise them in that diplomatic way. And when you turn it to, when you are harsh to people, some people will also not succeed.
Okay.
For the same reason that you were too harsh on me, so I give up. And some people will succeed, saying that the way you were with me, like it gave me some form of motivation to even do better. So telling people how they should advise people, no, me is a no for me. And I think Shatta is just telling you that if you want to be successful, be ready for the things that you will face in life before you succeed. If you can't face it, you in fact you don't deserve to be successful. If you think that is harsh enough, so you give up. Yes, give up because you don't deserve to be where you want to get to. So for me, this is a perfect message given just to appreciate somebody who have influence in his life. And he's praising him for the kind of influence that he got from Bola. So me, I don't see any jab in it, and I think it's a perfect message, and people should take it that for you to be successful, you won't get it.
There is no shortcut.
No way. No way. You get your own.
There is no shortcut in achieving success. You have to go through the hard way.
The platform here, things are going the way we want it to go. Like try to say best success. And the Yafan is smooth. And I also first of all, so just move with it. Yeah, some people will criticize you in a way that may not even be fair to you, but it's up to you to get it right. Okay, this one I think he's telling the truth, or this one no, he's just hating. And then know how to do your things and win. We all want to win, so just be strong enough to win. And I like the way Shatta did the whole thing. He's telling you that it's not easy to win, but some people will have influence in your life for you to be successful, and he did it so well.
Wow, thank you so much. I'm sure we can only end it here. Our time is up. Interestingly, most of the people I would want to invite for the Sunday out during the abroad. Yes, especially Madam Anita and
Prof.
No, not Prof. Jackie Boatin.
Jackie Boatin.
I was inspired to pick names from them. The baby is called Anne.
Okay.
Yes, Anne from Anita, and she's Boatima Ban. Most of them I wanted to invite, but unfortunately they are not here. So
don't worry, we will enjoy it for you.
You chew for them.
We will chew for you.
But the thing is,
so no, they have been doing it. So that is why we were inspired to do something like that for them. They have been doing it. They have shown us love in advance.
So you are two baby. You are both.
You know, for Boatin, my brother-in-law, who is the pastor, he's also called Boatin. So I have.
But it is like kente. You know, weaving kente comes from the left, the right, the front, and the back. Then you combine it. So baby, I funny crow. So even if it is from somewhere, it still matches with Jackie.
But Fredapia is in Ghana. So Fredapia can come. Yeah, he's in Ghana. So Fredapia, since you came to Ghana, we've not spoken.
Yes,
as a matter
this
of
is
fact.
the time.
So Sunday, come and meet all the team. And this man too came together. We never saw him.
Prof came, but there was
no, not Prof. The guy who sent money for you guys to buy shoes. What's his name? Nana B, yes, Nana B also came together, but we never got to meet Nana B. And to all those who become, I hear some of them are coming in December. Yeah, so those who come, the team is ready to welcome you at the airport. So come in your numbers.
They should announce their arrival so that we go with entourage to meet them at the airport.
Thanks, guys. In Team Dodo Solomon, Chemo, Roland Amate, Digital Rasta Currency, Richie Flex, Ya Lapiji, Gideon Ilam Tessin. And to you for watching, God bless you. Friday! More of him. Yeah, out of here.